Hi guys, this is Alex. Welcome to my shave. Today is February the 19th. It's a Monday, and I want to talk to you about the stuff we're going to be using. Today we're going to be using the Proraso green, eucalyptus, and mint. Try not to talk so loud. I always talk loud. And the Proraso pre-shave, again in the green. And then for the aftershave, we're gonna try. Well, actually, this is more like the Nivea. This will be more like a post shave to kind of moisten my face and make it feel nice. And then we're gonna use. This is the aftershave. It's gonna be the Brut in the green, old time favorite. And now, I gotta show you something else. Guess what I did? I went to the thrift store again, and guess what I found me? It's made in the USA, boys, and it's a Pete's coffee cup mug, and I could not resist the purple. That'll go with the lavender shaving cream, and next time I use it, I'm going to use it also for that. I should use it tonight, but I already used it before. So anyways, and now in the hardware department, today we're using the Rockwell 2C with the feather blade. Now the feather blade that I use in here right now, I've used it 7 times. Today will be the 8th time. And it's still cutting. And we're going to keep cutting with it till it don't cut no more. And there you go. And now with the brush, we're using the Omega. This is the model 11126. And it's a boar's hair brush. I'm using a little smaller brush because I'm using the mug for our bowl. And it gives me more room to move around in there. And that's what I'm doing. That's what we're going to be using. So I want to get into, I want to talk to you guys real quick about a little story again. No joke. This is a true story. Again, I hope you guys don't get tired of these jokes. Not jokes, but these stories. But I don't know. I like hearing them. Hopefully you guys do. If you don't, too bad. Anyway, sorry. Anyway, story about my father. Now, my father had 7 brothers. And just so happened, and 1 sister. On my mother's side, 7 brothers and 1 sister also. That's big family on both sides. And they come from the old country, They kept the traditions and everything, the Hungarian food and all that. When we got together, it was a party. But my father's family lived on the East Coast. And my father came here with my mother, and he grew up with the 7 brothers. And they were just like, he was like the 8th brother. But they were always did everything together. They fished. They didn't hunt. He went one time hunting. He didn't like it. He quit. But anyways, they fished a lot. They did a lot of fishing. My father owned some beautiful boats, and my uncle did too. My Uncle Vine, he had a 36-foot Chris Craft. Of course, my father had to have a 37-foot. But let's not go into that. They always had the argument. Anyway, that was a long time ago. He was a young man then. But anyway, they used to go fishing to Mexico, Ensenada. This trip was Ensenada, back in the 60s. Now, this is stories that I've heard him tell 100 times. Anyways, maybe more than that. Anyways, they go fishing. You got to remember now, there's not 7 guys, but there's 2 guys in the front and 3 guys in the back in an old Chevrolet station wagon. I think it was a 52, 53 Chevy station wagon. And they caught a bunch of fish. It's loaded down. They're exhausted. Now they got to drive from Ensenada, Mexico, all the way back home to Los Angeles. That's where we lived. Anyway, the 3 brothers in the back are all sleeping. There's 1 brother in the front with my father. My father's the one driving. Okay, they're driving. My father's getting tired, but he's talking with my uncle and Uncle Bob. And my father's name was Gus. I think I told you that already. Anyway, here we go. They're driving, they're talking. All of a sudden, Uncle Bob says, "You know, Gus, It'd sure be nice if I could stop and get me a juicy hamburger somewhere with some French fries. That would really be good. That would really hit the spot. My father just glances off the off-ramp. They're going, wasn't freeways back then, just like off-ramp. And find a restaurant in the middle of nothing. He found him a hamburger stand. The other three uncles are still asleep, but they're knockout. They've fished for 2 days. They're exhausted. These two guys get off. My father says, order what you want, Bob. He orders a hamburger, and he ate it, and it was fabulous. The French fries were the greatest. Oh, my God. They got back in the car. Now, my father's driving again. Now, my father wants to get home. He's tired, too. But Bob is just talking his little head off. Anyway, about 10, 15 minutes later, Bob says to my father, you know, Gus, I would sure like to have an apple pie, if it's possible, because that would really hit the spot. My father looked at him. Okay. He gets off again. He finds a place. They go get a cup of coffee and an apple pie for him. He eats it. He gets back in the car and he says, oh, Gus, that really hit the spot. Thanks for stopping. Okay, let's go, Bob. So he's driving again. The other guys are still asleep, but they're knockout. They're going. All of a sudden, about 10 minutes later, Bob says, you know, I should have had some ice cream on that pie. That would have been perfect. That would have really hit the spot. My father just put the brakes, pulled over real fast. Says, okay, I want to know how many spots you got, because I want to get home. So tell me how many spots you got. We'll get her over with, and then we can go home. That's the joke. The whole joke is, how many spots you got, Bob? All right, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the story. And let me know what you think about my stories. Maybe I'll cut them down a little bit. But they come to my mind, and I thought maybe I'd share them with you guys. Anyway, let me get set up. We'll do our lather. We'll start our shave. Okay, guys, we're back. We got our soap in there. And we're getting ready to get our brush out of some hot water here. I'm going to just pick it up out of the, let me put it over here so you can see it. I'm just going to pick it up. It's been soaking for a few minutes. And then I'm just going to and let's let it drain by itself until it stops dripping. And just the residual water that's in there, we're going to use that. And hopefully we won't have to put any water at all. I think that's it. Okay, let me get this out of the way. Okay, there we go. Well, boys, it's raining in San Francisco. It started pretty good last night, then it really started pretty good today. I can't say that word. That river in the air, what do you call it? I know Gary told me what it was. Atmospheric river of water is coming and falling on our heads as we speak. Thanks, Gary, for that. Appreciate it. Like I told Gary, he's better than the dictionary. He helped me out with that one. You know, I don't remember all these things like that. Atmospheric, whatever. It's pretty close. Up in the sky, there's water coming and it's falling on my head and it's making me all wet. Why can't I just say that? Anyways, I had a lot of stuff going on with the news. With Trump, he's got to come up with $364 million plus interest. Unbelievable. And he's got to put up a bond to cover that. You know, he'll put up one of his properties up, and he's got to put a bond up before he goes to the appeals court. I'm pretty sure, because that's ridiculous. They fined him all this money for no crime. He did no crime. Nobody got hurt. Everybody got paid. It's just political kangaroo court. Whatever. It's not nice. You can't do that to your political people. God darn it. Don't cheat like that. If the people that want to vote for you, they're not going to vote for you. Don't take your opponent and stick him in jail. That's communism. Jesus Christ. I guess you heard about that guy in Russia that kind of fell down and died. That was not good. But I thought it was kind of stupid for him to go back to Russia. It's looking for trouble. He found it. I'm sorry to hear that he got murdered, but he could have stayed out of the Russia. Well, that's what happens. Sometimes good guys end up dead. Okay, guys, look at this. We got a good one again. And all we did was just put the water that was in that brush. Boar's hair brush. Good brush. Okay. I'm going to bring you guys up. Okay, guys. We have our purple eater cup here. Purple people eater. And look at that meringue we got in there. Ain't that pretty? Okay, let's put our pre-shave on. And let's get this show on the road. Got my pre-shave in here. You guys know the routine on that one. And we're going to just slap that on. Oh, a little cold. It is a little cold in the house because the wind's blowing pretty good. So everything's got like a little chill on it. I hope you guys enjoyed my little story of my father. But he's got a million of them. Stories I could tell you about my uncle. Uncle Vine and him were the most competitive people I've ever seen in my life. They started out fishing. And not the other uncles, just Uncle Vine. The other uncles, they were not competitive for nothing. They just eat and drink and that's good. But my uncle and my father Vine, my father Gus and my uncle Vine, if this guy had a car, the other guy wanted a better car. This guy had a boat, this guy wanted a better boat. And they went like that. They started out with 16-foot little wooden boats. One ended up with a 36-foot boat. The other one ended up with a 37-foot. My father had 37-foot. Chris Craft. But you got to remember, this was back in the 60s, 70s, when the boats were $1,000 a foot. That boat caught my father. Well, that boat new sold for $36,000, $37,000. New. 36 foot, 37 foot. My father paid $17,000 for it. I mean, it was a lot of money back then, but it's not like today. When you buy a 25-foot boat, it costs you $500,000. It's crazy. But of course, they got like 6 motors on the back of them. Okay, guys, let's put this lather on. But those are two very competitive men, and the whole world knew about it. Oh, I just thought of it. My Uncle Vine had his boat, the 36-foot, parked at the marina in Marina del Rey. And he would love to go on his boat the weekend by himself and just sit back, have a couple beers, eat a little lunch, and just spend the weekend on his boat by himself. Well, hang on, I forgot something. Okay, we're back. I forgot to put some water in my little tray so I could warm up my razor blade. Okay. Can't remember what I was talking about. Oh, my Uncle Vine. Okay, let's get going with the shave because I know we're getting along here. Okay, we're going down, boys. This is a feather blade, been used 7 times. This will be the 8th time, and it's still cutting pretty good. With the Rockwell 2C razor blade. I keep forgetting to put the blade part in. It's a razor. This is a razor and that's a razor. This is a razor, there's a razor in there. Oh, you notice we're back with the camo background. Some people didn't like it. Actually, I didn't like it either. It was too busy. This is busy too, but the other one was too much. And I think the color is better because I think Uncle Al was right. The orange basketballs made the color of my face wrong. And now it looks back to normal again. Here we go. Oh, I'm sorry. Uncle Vine went on his boat. I forget these things. You guys got to remind me. Anyway. Uncle Vine, he went on his boat, and before he starts the engines, you know, they have it's a gasoline engine, not diesel. And you have to get the fumes out of the boat because if you start to get a spark, the damn thing will explode. I've seen it happen. Anyway, so he goes and he opens up the hatches. Instead of putting the pump on to get all that, there's a pump just blows air in there and cleans out everything. He just opens up the hatches. And then he went downstairs to make himself a sandwich. And he said, you know, figured he'd come out and put the hatches down. Well, he forgot that he put the hatches up. And he comes up out of the cabin, and the man falls right into the hole where the motors are. And he breaks his leg. And he's hollering there for God knows how long. Finally, somebody heard him. They take him to the hospital, and they have to put bolts in his leg now. Don't remember exactly, but my father told me that, because I didn't go, my father did. And he had to put bolts in his leg because he broke his pretty badly. So my father came to visit him. Unbelievable. Father came to visit him. I'm sorry, but you know what? Whatever it is, we're going to do it. We're going to do it. Anyways, now if you know anything about a boat, if you leave a boat in the salt water, I don't know about fresh water, but I know salt water. If you leave a boat in the salt water, there's a zinc plate on the back of the boat that you connect all the electrical wire to. You know, there's a way to connect all the connections so that your wiring doesn't corrode. And that zinc plate eats up all the, whatever, I can't remember the word, electrolysis or something in the water. And the plate disintegrates. Then you just put a new plate and then you start all over again. And it doesn't bother your wiring. That's education for boats though. Okay. So my father goes and visits him. And now my Uncle Ryan is telling him, I'm getting comfortable now. I want to sit down and talk. Telling him what happened. I fell down. I broke my leg. They put bolts in my leg. My father said, wow. You got to remember, my father's a jokester. He cannot, you know, like the Democrats say, don't let a good, what was it? Something, don't let it go to waste. A crisis, don't let a crisis. My father never let a joke go by. Anyway, I'm going to do 3 today, boys. Anyways, so my father listened to the story. Oh, wow. So you got bolts in your leg now, huh? Yeah, I do. Well, you know what? What you're going to have to do now. Wayne says, no, what? What are you going to do now? You're going to have to put a zinc plate on your... You're going to have to put a zinc plate on your ass so you don't rust out those bolts. My Uncle Mario had a short temper. He said, get out. Get out. He got out laughing all the way. And he told that story 1,000,000 times to all his buddies. You got to have a zinc plate on your ass, right? Oh, that was classic. Classic. I hope you guys like that one. True story. You gotta have a zinc plate on your ass. Yep, good old Gus. Okay, let's do it one more time on the little cheekies. There we go. We're going upstairs, boys. Just get yourself a zinc plate and you're all set. Oh, this little blade's still cutting good. And you cannot beat this Rockwell. You guys want a good little razor? I think it's $35, $40 now. Everything went up. These used to cost like $25, $30. Now they're $35, $40. Okay. Oh God, it's 21 minutes already. Well, what are you gonna do? Okay, guys, let me wash off and I shall return. Okay, guys, I'm back. Thanks for waiting. Just put the alum on my face, took it off with cold water. Very refreshing. That was a good little shave. I enjoyed the talk. I hope you guys enjoyed it. You know what they say? As long as you keep talking about your people, even though they're gone, they're still alive. That's what I say. I always keep talking about those people. They don't make them like that no more. That's for sure. Okay, let me put my, hang on, let me see what I'm doing here. Hang on. Oh, before I get into too far here, because I know it's getting long, I forgot to tell you guys, this is the Rockwell 2C has this plate that comes off, and on one side it has a 3, if you can see the 3, and the other side it has a 1, if you can see the 1. 1 is less aggressive, 3 is more aggressive, but for me the 3 is perfect. It's like mild but very good. So that's why they call it the 2C, because it has 2 bottom caps, bottom plates, so you can change it. It's more like an adjustable, they call it, but not really adjustable. Very, very, very good razor blade. Razor, not razor blade. That's it. Got it? Good. Okay, now let's put on our Proraso for sensitive skin. This is more like a aftershave balm. It's very similar to the Nivea. Very, very slight scent. Not very strong at all. But very nice. Enjoy using it. That's the Proraso white. It'll be everything I use today will be in the description. Now let me see if I can get this on my hand without making a mess. That's better. Gotta stick your finger in it. Good old Brut. Okay, guys. We're finished. God bless you guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope I entertained you a little bit. I had a great time. I don't know about you guys, but every time I talk about those people, his friends, his stories, believe me, I got a million of them. I should write a book. Anyways, thank you guys very much. We're still at 265. I think I spit. We're still at 265 with the subscribers. I was hoping we get a couple of more, but whatever. Maybe you guys are busy. Please subscribe, push the button, ring the bell, give me a thumbs up, tell your friends about us. If you want to donate to my little channel, there's a little place for you to do that. You can push that little button right there, and then you could go ahead and subscribe to my channel. That little guy with the glasses that kind of looks like me, with half a mustache like that. Oh, here it is. That's me. My grandson made that. Okay. So anyways, you guys, thank you very much. Please be safe. A lot of stupid weather coming out there. Be safe. We're 25 minutes and 53 seconds. Wow. That's a long one. You guys take care. God bless. Use those discounts I sent out there for past orders. Might be cheaper, might not be, but check it out anyway. Amazon, I'll have all this stuff on Amazon. I thank you guys very, very much. God bless each and every one of you. God bless America. Alex, I'm out.